got the thumbs up now that we're ready. And we got McButters versus Z kicking off.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how McButters plays this. I haven't seen a high-level DK in a long time.
Yeah.
So interested to see his gameplay as someone that I haven't seen too much of.
And I'm not too sure if they're from the same sub-region, but I do know they have a couple snakes out there, namely Sunny being one of the Indiana snakes out there. And we'll see if McButters has some of that experience.
The double Cypher.
Yeah, something I've played RZI a couple of times, Z, and he's very comfortable using that Cypher in neutral. He's just very comfortable just kind of controlling the pace with it and playing much more of that far-away game.
Something I'm curious about, it looks like McButters is down being the grenades when they're on the ground. I'm not sure if there's a certain interaction with that, but I'm curious to see if he has some matchup knowledge that I don't know about.
Yeah. Something that I've noticed at least immediately is RZI hasn't been contested on any of these grenade pulls, whether it be a toss, and actually getting the kill to upper there. But Z hasn't been contested on any of these grenade pulls. I think something generally that you want to do versus Snake is just either grab his grenades and toss them back at him, or just be ready for that 2-second timer. For people who aren't too comfortable doing that, they're just going to have a hard time getting past that grenade wall.
Just throws a strong punch at the grenade there, but unfortunately no results from there. We're just feeling each other out now at this point. RZI is very comfortable just sitting back with a stock lead, throwing grenades, shooting some ciphers. And to be honest, it doesn't look like there's too much DK can do about it at the moment.
Yeah.
And another
that extension.
Yeah, another up air kill off the top. Pretty early percent against the heavy like DK too.
And Z sitting with a very comfortable lead here. Again, we don't really see any pressure coming in from McButters, just kind of getting hit by a lot of these stray special moves. And Z, even if he's going to hit himself with his own grenade, even if he's going to take some small hits, he's definitely in a very comfortable position to just close out this game regardless.
Yeah, when he's sitting in the corner dropping grenades in front of him, it looks very difficult for DK to get in with any option.
And I saw the flash of forward smash there. Z definitely feeling himself in this match. Getting the grab there. Z not even...
And that surprisingly doesn't kill.
Yeah,
Snake's heavy in his own right.
Nice pivot grab and instant back throw. Might have been a little bit of mix-up on that DI. But regardless, Z was sitting at a high percent.
And let's see if McButters can get anything going here. He's been struggling to get any big strings or extensions here, just with Z playing a kind of lockdown with projectiles here in the corner. But
barely missing that C4.
Again, DK's got a variety of strong kill options that can take stocks really early. So let's see if McButters is able to get anything going.
Yeah, what I'm wondering now is I see McButters doing this down beat just outside of Snake's immediate range. I think what he's trying to do is scare Snake into shield and getting that down beat to activate the grenade while he's in shield. But not quite working, but I think that's what he's going for here.
That definitely could be.
Good wait.
The C4 catches the roll in as well. Gets the trip off the dare. Let's see if he can get any extension off here. Does not kill off
throw up there, but getting hit by that C4. And I'd definitely say Z had a very strong success rate on the C4s there. Whether it be McButters not too comfortable looking out for that C4, or Z just placing them in optimal spots where he thinks that DK is going to be and just being successful on those.
Yeah, PS2 looked really tough for DK as well. Snake kind of just sat in the corner under plat, put a few grenades in front of him, and didn't look like there was too much DK could do.
Yeah.
He tried to come in with some bears, tried to come in with down B, like you said, to try to pop the grenade, but didn't find too much success there in game one. So let's see what he could change up for game two.
Yeah, we see him taking a good look at our stage list. Definitely considering a stage switch, which I definitely agree with. I think just giving that Snake that platform to hide under, giving him that extra space from the platform to ledge, gives him a lot of options in terms of defense that McButters wasn't having the best time getting past.
And it looks like they're going to small battlefield. I definitely like this stage more. Gives Snake less of a wide stage to set up on and pull grenades. So yeah, let's see if he can capitalize off this, while also maintaining the platforms to give him early up throw up air kills as well.
Sticking with the characters, no character switches here, and we're getting right into game two.
And what do you think are the keys here for McButters to kind of turn around the results from game one?
Yeah, something I'd love to see is I'd love to see more of these instant Z catches on the grenades. Z isn't even necessarily cooking his grenades. He's just kind of letting them fly, knowing that they'll kind of hit him either on the explosion or just on the pelt. I think McButters could be a lot more, just put on a lot more pressure by grabbing them and holding them for a little bit and throwing them back at the Snake.
Oh,
Finding
and
the shield break
he
there.
gets the
see what
shield
he gets
break.
off of this. Just a forward smash for the damage. Not bad.
I'm curious to see if there was any higher percent options he could have gone for, but I like just the safe option.
Yeah.
Get sure percent there.
Yeah, especially with like Snake as a character in general, he could have maybe, McButters could have maybe gone for one of those throw combos, but with Snake having that one frame grenade, you have to be very tight on those combos to the point where it might not have even been worth at that point.
Yeah, definitely. But it looks like he's having a stronger start here. Definitely more success on a smaller stage. He looks like he has a lot more time to get in.
Yeah, McButters had a key situation there where Z was off stage and was forced to up B, but he kind of just let Snake come back to stage. I think that's a position where, especially with DK's strong aerials, where you want to pressure that Cypher, where you want to hit it, and not really let him recover so comfortably. Finding the forward tilt, not quite killing. Nikita going out, and easy as that, finding that first stock.
I'd be curious to see how he does. Oh wow,
the sliding forward smash, keeping it even.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see how he does choose to punish his offstage options. With, as you said, strong aerials from DK could definitely punish Cypher and Snake's recovery as a whole. So let's see if that ends up playing out here in game 2.
And even though we had that even start, we see Z already dominating that pace again. Just kind of finding DK in spots where he's not going to be able to necessarily scare him, but Snake has full control of the pace here. Finding that up B out of shield, putting Snake in an offstage situation. We'll see how he capitalizes it.
Kind of just backing stay on stage, The grenade definitely added a little pressure to that situation, but I would have liked a little more aggressive option there from McButters.
Yeah, very patient on that landing there and just finding the strong up tilt.
But Z looking much more comfortable now as the match goes on.
Did
he stick him with a grenade there? I couldn't tell.
I think he went for an air dodge there, but not quite hitting it. But yeah, we just see, I think McButters is already playing a little bit better to where he's not committing on attacks on Snake's shield, but it's just still not quite that pressure that I'd love to see. I'd love to see a lot more of that item gameplay around Snake and not being so afraid of that grenade, keeping him out of those prime situations.
Once he was on that plat there, it looked like he had a tough time getting down, but he managed to land the back air to get himself out of that situation. But still trailing a good amount of percent there with only one stock left.
Jump here is as easy as that. Wait on the Nikita, it's a regrab, and Z just making the most out of it.
And will that down air kill? Yes, it will, off the side.
And quick 2-0 for Z here, taking it over McButters, tying up our score 1-1 Indiana Chicago.
Like we talked about earlier, that just looks very tough for DK. Like, didn't seem like there was too much he could do just to burst through the wall of projectiles that Snake was throwing out constantly. But not to discredit Z, he played that very well, utilized the matchup advantage that he had, and secured the win 2-0.
Yeah, something I love from McButters is he was very confident in his attempts. I think from that second stock in that last game is he was not afraid to swing that forward smash, recognizing that, hey, I'm losing, but I know this is what I can do to bring this game back. And I think he was very confident in those type of reads. I think I'd love to see a little bit more of that item comfortability in the future.
Yeah, definitely. That could be something, too, where if he played that matchup a few more times,